Bringing a little bit of extra muscle to the ring with them are the Hardliners.
With a beautiful T-shirt on. Beautiful T-shirt on.
Jeff Baker from Carter, by God County.
That says by God County, actually.
Thank you for the proper enunciation there, Dylan.
Jeff Baker never wanted to be short for words,
no,
to say the least.
Speaking of which, he's on the microphone. Hardliners set to take on Junebug and Garrett Coleman here. But Jeff Baker already wanting the microphone. Now, I've known Jeff for a while, and he's not a man that's too shy to say exactly what he feels.
I'm glad we're on late night, and I hope the sensors in the truck are ready.
So, 1 month ago, I sat back in this dressing room, and I watched the White Trash Millionaires not take 2, but 3 members to try and beat the Hardliners. Not only that, they had to use the pile driver, and everybody knows the pile driver is a legal move in Tennessee. So as far as I'm concerned, they never even got the victory. Okay, so what we're doing tonight is we're going to set an example out of you two boys. Brian, Jeff, and Mel.
Never in my life did I think I would say that Jeff Baker's the voice of reason, but Jeff Baker making a very, very strong and excellent point right there.
Oh, yeah.
Pile driver definitely illegal.
Yeah, pile driver is an illegal maneuver because it is such a dangerous maneuver. In the ring, we got Junebug, who we've seen here at Evolution Championship Wrestling a couple times, and the gentleman in the blue, Garrett Coleman, whom we've never seen here at Evolution Championship Wrestling before. These guys got a tall task in front of the Hardliners, one of the top-rated tag teams in the nation.
In the nation, they should be one of the top-rated tag teams in the world. I'll tell you what, I become more and more a fan of the Hardliners every time I see them at ringside, in the ring. I become more of a fan of these two consummate professionals. They know what they're doing. They've got a style about them. I enjoy the Hardliners in the ring work. I enjoy the Hardliners as people. They're really, if this doesn't prove how biased championship wrestling is to me, give me faulty microphone equipment.
Well, as we're going to start off here with Brian Montgomery against Garrett Coleman. Garrett Coleman with a little bit of the size advantage over Brian Montgomery. Brian Montgomery might be the more athletic of the two. Let's see how the strength can play out against the athleticism, as Garrett Coleman doing a pretty good job so far attacking that arm. Brian Montgomery reversing back into a hammerlock, over into a headlock, and a headlock takedown. That's a big man to take down with a headlock takedown right there, Snead.
Definitely, but Brian Montgomery definitely showing his in-ring skill and capability here, taking Coleman down to the mat. Now, Coleman,
look at that right there. He was able to take from that headlock and reverse that right around into a hammerlock. You get to see some good wrestling right here.
You stole the words right out of my mouth, Cody. Garrett definitely showing he ain't one to be taken lightly.
Yeah.
And speaking of not being one to be taken lightly, Garrett Coleman by far has the size advantage in this match. That puts a notch, so to speak, on the side of Junebug and Garrett Coleman here. Junebug a little bit smaller, but Garrett Coleman more than makes up for it.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And, Garrett Coleman been able to move quite a bit in the ring for a guy his size. He's been able to use that speed quite a bit. And Brian Montgomery wasn't able to get him down with that shoulder tackle right there and wanting to take a little breather.
Looks like he's trying to, take down a redwood with just a shoulder there. Oh, man. Coleman not having any of it.
Yeah, just not happening for him right now. Right there. I mean, when two wrongs ain't going to make a right, so a third one going to work, but that one's going to work either with a big hip toss there on Brian Montgomery.
What airtime Brian Montgomery got right there. What airtime in the air there.
Yeah, that was a lot of airtime, and that does something to your psyche too, being in the air that long, knowing that you're going to come crashing down on that mat. And they want a timeout, but somebody needs to tell the Hardliners there no timeout here in wrestling.
That don't work here, man.
It may be bowl season, but we ain't got 3 timeouts per half in professional wrestling here.
No.
Jeff Baker voicing his displeasure on the outside of the ring, ever so Jeff Baker-esque.
Yeah, I really like how these guys continue to go back to a vertical base and continue wrestling. And now we're going to get Junebug in here and see how the speed of Junebug is going to affect the outcome of this match. As we tried the strength, now we're going to try the speed.
But do strength and speed beat chemistry? That is the question here. Jeff Connelly, Brian Montgomery, they travel the road. They run up and down the roads with each other every weekend. To the best of my knowledge, this is the first time Junebug and Garrett Coleman have met.
Well, that there was a very good point to that. Does it beat chemistry?
Of course it was. I made it.
And no, it doesn't beat chemistry. As you saw right there, Brian Montgomery was able to take right over from the offensive Junebug with a big brain buster and the boot to the gut right there, tagging in Jeff Connelly right now. No, a good chemistry in a tag team. That's why a lot of times in tag teams you have your most famous tag teams in the world. Brian Montgomery, a protege of one of those greatest tag teams in the world, if not the greatest tag team, the Rock and Roll Express. So you talk about tag team wrestling, it's a different art. And some of the guys have more success as tag team wrestling because it's a different skill to learn.
Now, we see this match right here taking a big-time turn as the closer, Jeff Connelly, gets in the ring. They don't call him the closer for no reason.
Yeah,
Jeff Connelly, vindictive. Jeff Connelly knows exactly what he wants to do when he gets in the ring. He's got a plan A, B, C, D, and a plan E ready and raring to go. He knows what he wants to do, and he knows how to get it done.
I hate to say it, Dylan, but you might be right. This might be
I'm right.
The end of this match here. Brian Montgomery coming back in.
And you talk about that chemistry, and you talk about his plan A, B, C, D, and E, and usually plan D and E involve his partner, Brian Montgomery.
I'm just wondering at this point if they're not just toying with Junebug just to play around a little bit, because I know I've seen a couple times that they could have gone ahead and they could have called this match over and got the pin 1, 2, 3 very clean and easy. Kind of like right now.
That was a very beautiful drop kick there by Brian Montgomery.
Brian Montgomery trying to take control, hooks the leg, 1, 2, veteran move, hooks the leg and the arm right there.
Absolutely.
Of Junebug. That shows running up the roads with Ricky Morton right there, like he was just talking about.
Well, if you're gonna learn the art of tag team wrestling to do it successfully, there's no better to learn from than Ricky Morton.
That's like going to learn how to play football and Peyton Manning showing you how to throw a pass.
I mean, it just gets no better than that. So when you have that in your ear, and don't think that Brian Montgomery isn't taking every single match back to Ricky Morton, and don't think that every mistake Brian Montgomery's making, such as that right there, allowing himself for that sunset flip, don't think that every time that happens, it isn't being pointed out. So you talk about that chemistry. These guys have the experience of the Rock and Roll Express behind them. These guys can it's a foolproof plan.
Montgomery saying this is it. Junebug going up. Fireman's carry here. Let's see what happens.
Oh, slam drops him right into the mat.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and just ring the bell.
Yeah, that was a beautiful inverted flapjack out of a fireman's carry. That was a great move there by Brian Montgomery.
Coleman jumping in to break up that 3 count.
You know, we've talked a lot on the outside about the mouth of Jeff Baker, but we've really not talked about the advantage they have with Jeff Baker being the third man out there for him.
Speaking of Jeff Baker, I was about to point out, I'm surprised we haven't seen him become more of a factor in this contest.
Yeah, the third man there, I'm surprised that we hadn't seen a little offense there from Baker to help these guys out. And Dylan, you know a lot about cheating.
Well, I was about to say,
can you help us with that?
Well, let me just preface this by saying I would never condone outside interference in a contest. I would never condone the numbers game becoming an advantage.
Well,
for
look
you.
at that.
But Cody, let me go ahead and play devil's advocate here for a second.
Well,
I really don't think the Hardliners need much help.
They don't need much help. What they do right now is Coleman has just came in that ring like a bull, full head of steam, as he's came in there and knocked Jeff Connelly from one end of this ring to the other.
Carlos Stapleton about to get some of the action too.
Big
Coleman
right there
into Connelly.
Coleman, not only into the knee, but into that knee brace.
Absolutely.
That Jeff Connelly wears.
And there was Plan D by Jeff Connelly right there.
Montgomery and Connelly both in the ring.
Oh gosh, what are we setting up for here?
Jeff Connelly has him. Basically, can have his way with him right now. Junebug up.
A wheelbarrow into a oh my goodness!
Beautiful move by the Hardliners.
What a move that was!
Look at the leg. 1, 2, and 3. Call it a win for the Hardliners.
Very impressive. Very impressive. Every time you see him. Jeff Baker.
Excellent performance by the Hardliners.
As upset as they were last week, I don't blame them.
Guys, Jeff Baker just grabbed the microphone from ringside here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Oh, dear Lord. Here we go again.
Every time I come out here, when I speak, you shut up. Every time. Every time I come out here and they announce me from Carter by God County. I was born here, I was raised here. But you hit and you inbred standing in front of here.
Hey, these are my people, Jeff
He's
Baker.
showing any cheese. What kind of example are they setting for all of their children? You know what? We already showed you once what Hardliners is capable of. This is what we can do all of your good souls.
And Garrett Coleman rolling him back in the ring right now. Did Jeff Baker?
Listen, kid.
Oh, my God. Good Lord.
Really ain't white trash.
Dropping him.
We're going to show you that Jeff Baker and the Hardliners can get a little wild and crazy, too.
You know what? You know what, guys? I love it. I'm a fan of it. Jeff Baker's a loose cannon, and the Hardliners are pure evil. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well,
here on Evolution Championship Wrestling TV.
Yeah, they're taking on the White Trash Millionaires next week, and they're ready to go, fans.
I know who my money's on. I'm betting the farm.
I wouldn't go that far, Dylan. We'll be back right after this.